One, two, one, two, one, two. What's going down? Bare Truth is in the building, man. What is the word? Want to see some of my chats and see people that tap in, but then also I got a couple of videos, man, that I want to, uh, I want to, I want to get off. You dig what I'm saying? All right, I just was checking out some of my posts. What's happening? It's Monday, man. The week has officially started. Time to rise and grind, get back in your groove, get back in motion. You know how the weekend can do. You know what I mean? Whether you're moving and grooving and doing what you're doing, you dig what I'm saying? Now that it's Monday, you got to get back to it. Salisa, hello. What's going down, sister? In Christ and my peoples in Tennessee. What is the word? How y'all feeling? Thank you, God, for people that just be tapping in and checking out with me. You know what I mean? So, what's going on with you? I got Local Los in the backstage. Today, we're going to talk about a little something. And I always can, you know what I mean, draw a little energy from Local Los because me and him, you know what I mean, we was roommates. You know what I mean? And there was times where he seen me like in a relationship with somebody that I really cared about. I seen him in a relationship with somebody that I know he really cared about. And then on not only that, but we were like super duper mannish. And first of all, let me say one thing. Thank you, Lord, for bringing Mount Sinai back safe and sound, sending them up to Des Moines. The congregation went up there to meet with another church. They came back. I seen the post on text. The pastor was reaching out to all the guys, making sure they feel good and making sure they was rested. And so it's good to see that, making sure that they came back safe and sound. Blessings for that. Another shout out to Tasha T. They all the way somewhere. She was posting that they just made it to where she's going to finish out her birthday blowout. And so, man, life is good. You dig what I'm saying? She said, doing a great job. Hope you're great. Yeah, sis, I am. I feel good. Just got up and try to be a little bit productive, man. Every day I try to beat up the phone for something productive, cut a couple of hairs, you know what I mean, work on a podcast. I got some stuff that I'm trying to work on for mental health month next month. May is the official month for mental health. And so again, man, if it's anybody, man, that's struggling with like mental health, man, please, man, come on here, man, and talk about it. You never know, like something that you're going through, somebody else might be dealing with it, and you might just say something that they needed, you know what I mean, to help them get over a hurdle or get over an obstacle that they're dealing with. Excuse me. So keep it in mind. I know the podcast, you know, to some people it can be challenging. People don't want to be up here with their face on the podcast, or, you know, it's cool to like, you know, to tap in and leave like a message or a comment, but I get it. It ain't for everybody. Everybody don't want to be on the screen where people is, you know what I mean, listen to you talk, and then you get to wondering about how you look and is your hair together. You dig? You know what I mean? I don't know what the problem might be, but I get it. I understand it. Turn up for Christ or burn up for life. That's one thing we're gonna do in the podcast, Pop off. We're gonna always give give God the glory for everything. And today, man, if anybody's seen the topic, it was cheaters. What's the motivation? I mean, when I be looking at the restream, it does like a little, uh, I guess, a count. You know, it checks my status about like who's tapping in and what's the age range of people that's tapped in. And so we from like the 30s to the 50s, a few a little bit over the 60s, and a few in the 20s. But you know, right, 30, 40, 50, that's where we at. And so that means that that's the people that we talking to, and I mean, that's a good market. I feel like when you're in your mid 30s, you should really be grown. I think you should be on top of your square. You know what I mean? And doesn't mean that life has to be perfect, but you should be able to say, you know what? I know what God put me on this planet for. If you don't believe in God, at least you should be able to know and say, hey, I kind of know what I like. I know what I'm good at. I know what I'm trying to do with my life. And so you should be headed towards that. You dig what I'm saying? And there are some setbacks and mistakes. Everybody, man, might hit like a bump in the road where, you know, life just ain't, you know, it can just throw you a curveball. One minute you can be up, way up, then the next minute it can bring you down. You hit a bad lick or something like that, some unnecessary or, you know, unwarranted some type of stress or some type of situation come into your life, and next thing you know, it can just wipe your bank account out, or it can make you spend more than what you thought you wanted to spend, or it can make you spend money that you didn't even have to spend. And so I get it. Life is hard, bro. And don't ever think that it's like, you know what I mean? Even if you're rich, even if you got it together, everybody got problems all the way around the board. Don't nobody get to escape problems and stress and real life situations and issues. They come with the territory. Like Biggie said, more money, more problems. So it don't matter. If you get some bread, you're gonna get some more problems. Um, I think one of the reasons why I wanted to bring up cheaters, what's the motivation, is because you know what I mean? It's a hard question. It's like, why do people cheat? Like, you know what I mean? Now we know that everybody ain't in love and, situations going on. We can take it back to sin and we can get really deep with it. But like, have you ever asked yourself, have you ever been in a relationship with a person and then they go out and they do the dun the dun? And you was like, damn, fam, like, why you do that? Why you want to go and do that? Do that, huh? Why you want to go and do that? Like, you know what I mean? And sometimes men, you know, it's always cool, you know what I mean, when you go out and you go do something. But boy, it ain't fun when the rabbit got the gun or when the shoe is on the other foot and like somebody else step out on you. You dig what I'm saying? So we're gonna talk about it. You know what I mean? We're gonna get a little bit vulnerable and we're gonna rap about it. And so if it's a man that's on deck and you watching, tap in and say your emotions. And also ladies, when I bring Loco Los in, you just gotta remember that today we just come in basically from a male's point of view, a male's perspective. And so we got to do a part two. If somebody feel like they want to step up and jump on here and speak for a woman, like maybe if you cheated on your spouse, or what did you do when somebody cheated on you, and how did it make you feel? Because the number one thing I'm gonna tell you about cheating, and here it is. I don't know what the motivation is, what caused a person to do that. We could talk about it. It could be like different areas. It can be like different levels. You dig what I'm saying? But one thing I do know is when you cheat, it violates trust. So I don't care, man. You know what I mean? If you was in a relationship, if you and this girl, y'all love each other, how long y'all been together, if you just think she's the world, she think you the world, if if she cheat on you or you cheat on her, trust is pretty much gone. And so it's gonna bring in a whole different level of arguments. You dig what I'm saying? And it's gonna, you know me, because anytime, you know me, you try to get over a hump or anytime something bad comes up, here it is. Oh, well, you did this. And believe me, I know, because I'm telling you, when it happened to me, or if I even felt like that, you did what I'm saying, that's one of the things that I poke a stab at. Or that's one of the reasons why I would use, what I mean, my situation to go out and just do stuff. And it seemed like every time I did, man, I got myself into a jam. And so remember the situation. Tonight's topic is cheaters. What's the motivation? So I'm gonna bring my man Loco Los in, and then I'm gonna break down some of these issues. I got a couple of videos I'm gonna show y'all, and let's talk about it. Loco, what's the
Ball
word,
heading
baby?
up. What's going on, Bear Truth? What's happening, baby?
Slow motion. What's the
I hear
word?
you, man. Man, you know what, man? I ain't causing nothing, man. I'm just, staying in my lane, man. Minding my business. You hear
Right
me?
there it is. Real quick question though.
What's up?
How was Easter when you went down to Nashville and hollered at Celise and them? I
Beautiful,
seen a couple of
beautiful,
the posts,
beautiful,
man.
beautiful, man. We had a joyous time. They on here watching out. What's happening, fam? Uh, man, we
Yep,
had a
yep.
beautiful
You know,
time,
mom is
man.
right there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. God, man, showed up and showed out through there. You hear me, bro? Um,
I can dig it.
I had a situation, man. I mean, I'm gonna call and tell you about. I'll tell you right now, man. So we was in church Easter. You know what I mean? They had a guest
Hmm.
speaker, well, pastor there. I guess he's the lead of the choir and the music over there. And he was preaching, man. The man was getting down, man. The man walked out of the crowd and he touched my shoulder, bro. He was like, "God told me to give you $200 for them kids," and walked away. You know what I mean? I'm like, wow, I was sold my little money. I'm like, man, before the service over with, he tapped me. He had somebody come get me, bro. To my the man gave me two $100 bills, bro. Bless him.
Right.
You hear me? Bless him, man.
Hey,
Man,
a lot
God
of
is.
times, you know something. But listen, I'm gonna tell you something, because I was just talking to somebody about this the other day. It's just like sometimes God can be doing things in your life, and when people that don't believe in God and they don't understand it, they will never ever get it. You dig what
No,
I'm saying? It's
no,
a whole different level.
a whole
It's a
different level,
spiritual
bro.
realm, and you know what? And the reason why I'm saying that is because when I went to the joint
Hmm.
and I started really walking with him, and he started showing me stuff, we was having this conversation, and I got to telling her about like when God sit me down, how he just started showing me things that was like a movie. Like he would just replay situations that I used to do
Hmm.
when I was out there in the streets. And
Hmm.
then he used to show me like ladies' demeanor, like they face on like on when I used to treat him bad, or like when I used to say stuff like to him.
Hmm.
And when he brung it to me, not only did he show it to me, but he kind of like gave me like a open window on how they felt, like how you made this person feel when you said this and you did that.
Yeah,
Now, I could tell it to you and you can understand it because you walk with God, but you could be telling it to somebody else, and somebody else, it'll be like over their head. Like, you dig what I'm saying?
yeah.
And it's just like, I'm just saying it because you can never be amazed at what God is gonna do. He's
Hey
unexpected, bro.
man,
You dig what I'm saying?
Man,
He
Barry,
unexpected, bro.
honestly, bro, I swear, man, I'm the happiest I've been, man, and I'm about to be 47, bro. This
Right.
past 7, 8 months, man, has been the most amazing time of my life, bro. Um,
Exactly.
he's working on me, you know what I mean, and
Yeah.
but my conversation done changed. I mean, when I
Right.
talk to people that's close to me, we talk about God, bro, and we do it in a joyful manner. You know what I mean? My walk
I'm at my
changed. You know what
best
I
when
mean?
I talk about God.
Man, and it's like,
Listen,
and
you
people
really want
start
to get me
seeing it
opened up
also.
about a conversation?
I was talking about
Start
that
talking
little
about
about
God.
man. You know what I mean?
Start talking about
It's
God. Like, you got me
different,
right
man.
there now.
Man,
I'm
like
telling
I
you.
like when I ride, bro. I listen to sermons. You know what I mean? I don't listen to music no more like that. I listen to sermons when I go back and forth to work. That's an hour drive. You know what I mean? So I'm listening, man. But I'm hungry. My soul is always hungry for that word all the time, man. And
Yeah.
for
I
me,
know that feeling.
it's a big thing that I keep that word, keep my soul fed with that, my spirit's fed with that word, man, on a daily basis because um I'm getting to get stronger. You know what I mean?
Amen to that.
And then and if I don't give it, you know what I mean, I'm subject to have a slip up somewhere, and I don't want that. So I try to keep feeding myself that word. But man, it's a joyous feeling, bro. I mean, so
I can
God
dig it.
showed up and showed
I
out
can
last
dig it.
weekend, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody
Yeah,
out there, my sisters and my mom, man. I love y'all to death, man. But man, we was hoping you could have been there, boy. That'd have been big. It'd
I
been
know.
big.
Yeah, and it went down my way though too.
Yeah, I
And
bet, man.
we had a really good church service, and the barbershop jumped like crazy. So, but we
Yeah.
definitely gonna be there for that wedding though. That's for sure.
Man,
We
turn up for
definitely gonna
Christ
be
or
there for
what?
the wedding.
Turn up for Christ or burn up for
Burn up
life,
for
bro.
life. You already you already. It's not even a secret.
Real talk, man. That's
It's
what's
not a
up.
secret, baby.
Yeah,
Listen, this is
man.
where I'm at. But listen, I got this little topic today.
Hmm.
I'm glad you popped up because listen, um, me and you done been on like both sides of the boat, right?
Yeah.
Um, you remember when me and Monica had our little thing, that was my heart. And so you see me over there spending the night, spending time with like her daughter and stuff like that. When my kids came to town, you dig what I'm saying? So you actually seen me in a real relationship. I actually seen you in faith when it first started. You
Yeah.
remember that?
Yeah.
And you being over there in the house with her. And so, but then again, also we both know what it's like to be managed. You know what I mean? Remember the managed roommates, the naked roommates. You
Nasty
dig what I'm saying?
roommates, man.
The nasty roommates. And
Yep.
so, um, I got this topic, and it's called cheaters. What's the
Mhm.
motivation? And I was doing a little bit of research. Now, I'm just gonna ask you, just off the top, what does the question mean to you when you say cheaters? What's the motivation for cheating?
Mm.
If you could paraphrase it, give me an answer. The first thing that's on the top of your head.
Oh, women can be an addiction.
Hmm. Okay,
Uh,
women can be an addiction.
yep.
Okay, explain yourself.
Um, at a certain point at one time when me and our life, we was addicted to women, bro. Uh,
Hmm. I know that.
if you bat your eye at us, we got you. You show any type of
Right.
attention, we got you. You know what I mean? Don't show,
Okay.
don't do nothing. Did you get my attention? Yep, I'm going over to put a bug in here. Next thing you know, you going to the projects out to the apartment out there. And after
Right.
that,
Now
game
listen
over.
to this. So one of the things that the guy was saying, and would you agree with this since you said that? Because you got to explain that a little bit deeper. They ain't gonna
Okay.
just go for that one. M-
All right.
Men's men men are predators and hunters by nature,
By nature, yeah.
saying that by nature we are hunters because that's one of the things that God has instilled into a man to always be able to provide.
Yeah.
And being a predator is that mentality where you have to basically you prey on something. Now it could be an animal, you could set up a trap for an animal or a
Mhm.
different way. And then like you said, we were addicted to women.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I gotta say from that point of view, from when you said that, I would say this, Los. I think that it had became fun to be a challenge just to see who we can get to the house and
Yeah.
who could we like. It was fun to me to get with a girl and have sex with her and see if you could have sex with her too. Like if I could
It
put
was
her
a
on
game.
you and
Yeah.
she would let us both get down with her, I felt like I was that guy.
Yep.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now,
I
ladies,
got that.
please
Yeah.
don't take
Please
shots,
forgive
but
us. Yeah.
I'm telling
Yeah.
you
Yeah. For
about the
sure.
past life.
Yep.
I'm telling you about the past life. And okay, listen what mom said. Mom said, man have a dog nature, but it takes God to deliver a man. Okay,
Okay.
because
I
I
agree
had
with
that
that
up there
too.
too. I,
Hmm.
I got the dog nature. Now, when you said that, I wanted to explain it into detail. What I think like some of the young men might be coming from when they do this is because it's always fun to see if you can pull a woman, especially if she's
Yes.
beautiful, and especially
Yes.
if she's
Yes.
prestigious. If
Yep.
she's beautiful and
Yep.
she at the job or something like that,
Yeah.
oh man, like if we worked together, we knew Monica was nice. We
Yeah.
knew Kiki was
She was
nice.
nice.
You
Yeah.
got Kiki to call you. You
Man.
dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kiki blow up and have a singing career. Next thing I know, I'm like, dang, Los,
Los,
she used to
you
call
missed
for
out. Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
You dig
For
what I'm
real.
saying? Kiki
Yeah.
Wyatt used
Yeah.
to call the house for you.
Yeah. For
Like
sure.
so, but you know how that was? Like, all right, I'm getting ready to go to LA. I got a singing contract with Magic Johnson. Okay, whatever. You
Yep.
calling Los? Get on over here though. We talking
Yeah.
about right now. Come on over. We trying to get you over here. You
Yeah.
dig what
For
I'm
real.
saying?
I remember
And
that
that's how
too.
people do it though. You
Yeah.
dig what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Yep.
it's not right, ladies. So listen,
It's not.
don't think that I'm glorifying it because it's not right. But when you take on that type of behavior, would you say this, Los? Would you say once you become accustomed to it and you become used to it, it's hard to hit the light switch on that?
It is because, like you said, I'm going back to that when you made a good point a few minutes ago about the challenge. That's what it used to be for me though. If I see a nice woman, I mean, that I knew that was kind of like, let's see, I mean, my self esteem is through here still. It ain't nobody I can't get. You know what I mean? But it
Right.
was a challenge to me. You know what I mean? If a woman give it to me too easy, and I don't need, yeah, I don't want that. I want somebody to give me a challenge. I'm gonna bring up a
Yeah.
situation that you. I'm gonna see if you remember that. You remember? Remember the night we was working the transcom? The one white girl came over there. I think she was gay because she was with because the next night, her girlfriend came over the one who was wearing army fatigue pants and boots over there,
Yep.
and then she and the other girl that was with me the night before was up there with you in the front room. Man,
Right.
yeah, it's just a challenge, man. You know what I mean? And then it start becoming a game after a while.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You
Yep.
just want to see, all right, like you said, let me see if I throw my boy up there. I mean, but I mean, that's what we used to do. And it was like, it was so easy to the point though, where we found somebody who loved that. Remember Shaq? She loved that.
And and then
And
remember this.
we,
Remember Omar came to pick us up from work one day, and all of us
all of
was
us
laying
in
in
the
the bed
bed
together.
together.
All of us laying. Omar, like, what is going on in here? It's like, boy, it just went down.
It went down.
And ladies, now listen to me, ladies. Please get this in your mind. I'm laughing because I'm glad that I made it through that
Yes, Lord.
STD free.
Yes,
And
Lord.
that, you know what I mean? Did nobody kill you? Because when you play with people emotions and feelings, you can do that. But
Hmm.
I'm telling you, it is a true story that men are sometimes knuckleheads because it starts off as a game or a challenge to
Yep.
us. You know what I mean?
Yep.
As being like, okay, you that guy. Loco Los, when you said my esteem is through the roof, you know what I mean? It was like that because
Hmm.
now we used to be able to come to work and now we could say how many girls that we had sex with at work. But here's the thing, ladies, and this is the one thing I want you to know. Loco Los also said something that was very important. You said when it's a challenge, it becomes better for you because it took me so long to get Monica.
So
You
did
dig
you
what
got to
I'm saying?
work
Because
on that?
remember, Monica was calling for you, and then I used to just answer the phone because you was busy with other little chicks, and I'd be talking to her on the phone. Next thing
Yep.
you know, I'm slipping in my little darts, and next thing you know, it
Yep.
became, and you know what I mean. It took me like about 4 months to like really like get on a date
Yeah.
with her, and you dig what I'm
Yeah.
saying. And so then that right there made me like really dig her. You dig what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
once you get in a relationship, why do you think that men continue to cheat on a women? Do you? I know it's not love. It's not like okay, she just did something and I don't love her no more.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It's a missing element somewhere. The ones who that's in love, or they think they're in love is something that their woman ain't doing, so they go out and get that from other women. I was watching Keon Henderson, one of his sermons today, man, and he said that us men, we get too comfortable. He said, for instance, you don't want to go home because all the drama that your woman gets, so you go to your side chick house and you go over there so you can be comfortable. She won't ask you to do nothing. And that's what it is though, most of the time though. You know what I mean? It's a missing element. Something that you want your woman to do, but you ain't doing it. But if you was truly in love with that woman and y'all had a connection like that, all you had to do was tell her what you want her to do. I mean, because most of us are freaks, you know what I mean? Most men are freaks.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yep.
they don't some of them are scared to tell their woman on what they really want them to do because they know they go get it from somewhere else and they don't feel like it's disrespect toward their woman. You know what I mean? Something they feel like they want their woman to
Mm-hmm.
do, but they feel like it's just if she did it, it'd be disrespectful to her. You know what I mean? Something like
Yeah.
that. That's what I look at it though. So
Okay. Well, listen, so since you said it like that, here's another little thing, ladies, that you might have to think about too. And we're just talking about why men cheat. Now, when you younger, you know what I mean, that's an immaturity level. That's not he ain't even really grown up, you know what I mean? We wasn't grown up, you know what I mean? We had a little crib, you know what I mean? We was fresh, you know what I mean? We had a nice little job, but we wasn't nowhere near grown men like we are today. You know what I
no.
mean? And so when you dating and I seen a little young dude. Matter of fact, Los, I had this guy that was over here. He was getting a haircut like last week. Dude is
Mhm.
like 22 years old, and so he was hitting me and he was trying to get a haircut, and it was during that Easter weekend, and it was just like, man, it's cracked, bro. And it's like I cut hair almost, you know what I mean, up to like about like 10:30 or something like that at night. And so
Mhm.
when he finally did get in on Monday, he was like, yeah, man, because it was my girl's birthday. And he was like, I got my taxes. And he said, I was trying to take her out. He said, I hit her to a nice little restaurant. We went in there and we ate. He said, I took her out. I bought her some dresses and stuff like that. I got her nails and her feet done. He was like, because man, before I got my taxes, he was like, man, she was putting money into the charger. I had to go put it in the shop. She would do this and that. And so when he said it, man, it touched my heart so much that I stopped him and I told him, I said, listen, fam, I want to commend you. I
Yep.
said, because I wish I would have had my stuff together when I was that age to have a
Yes.
woman, have her be in your corner. And then when she do that for you, then when you get your taxes, to be able to say, yeah, man, I had to put on for her. I had to go buy her some dress. He was like, these ain't no cheap dresses either. He's like, them dresses was like $90 a dress. And then I got her nails done. I got her hair done. And so listen, when he got done getting his hair cut, he had another shirt he threw on where he was about to take her out again. So I just slid him some cologne, like, here, spray some of this on.
Put some of
And
this
so it
on.
turned
Yeah.
into a whole little thing. And this is like, man, I love to see like a grown, mature man really
Yeah.
loving this woman. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because now when I look back on the mess that we used to do, God was showing me my stuff when I was in prison. Like, you sitting down because you got to get it together. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You got a lot of, you know what I mean, juice out here and you using it for the wrong thing. You know what I mean? You over here
Yeah,
taking
we
advantage of
did
people.
too. We
And
did too.
you know what I mean?
We did too.
Come on, man.
Yo.
Remember
Just
the guy
that
Black?
black show when we
Remember
had the
the guy
limo.
Black show
Man, we
where
had
we
like
had the limousine with the dogs in
five,
there?
6 women in there, and then you brought the pit bull in
Man,
there.
listen, I'm talking about, and that was my life, though. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? That
yeah,
was my
yeah,
life.
yeah,
You know what I
man.
mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Not
yeah.
only was we fly, but then all of a sudden, I just took first place in this city where everybody then came out, and I just showed
Man,
out,
we
and it was like,
shook
man,
this.
I'm on the
We
radio station.
sh-
That summer was so,
man, we
it was
shook the
so
city
crazy,
up,
man.
boy. We shook the city up,
We shook
man.
the
I'm
city up.
telling you, shook it up,
And
man.
so I'm gonna run through like a few little things like this.
Okay.
Now, first thing, ladies, y'all got to remember is this: just as well as a woman is a trophy. Like, say for instance, if we see like a nice little lady, she at work, she got a nice little butt, maybe she dress fly, maybe she got a nice little car, she got herself together. You know what I mean? To get with her is a notch. But y'all also got to understand though too that sometime a man is a trophy too. When you at work, ladies come in there and be like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they like the first time they came over to our crib, they thought that we was like everything. They was like, they crib
Everything.
is clean,
We
they
was in
cooked,
there,
they
man.
was
The
like,
house
man, it was like,
legit.
yes,
Man, bumping Maxwell in
for
the
real, for
background
real.
and Lauren Hill. They
Bumping
like, oh yeah,
Maxwell,
these dudes are here the truth.
man.
Had
That's
a
the
picture.
place to be.
Hey, had a.
Everybody wanted to be over there.
Hey, remember we had that big old picture of Black Jesus at the Last Supper up above the stereo over there. Killing them.
Right.
It was killing the
Hey,
game.
man, all that Render Center stuff.
Hey,
Man,
but no,
but it was love.
we had the one time though you reupholstered though. Remember we went got the pillows, the match man.
With the paisley, with the pillows. Oh yeah. Oh, it
They
don't
wasn't
matter what
ready.
it was, boy.
They wasn't ready for it.
The
They wasn't ready for
mentality
us,
was
yo.
there.
Hey, they weren't ready
And
for
so
us though.
so
Um,
what I'm trying to say, ladies, what I'm trying to say to us though, Los, sometimes you might view something as a trophy.
yeah,
And I think that sometimes people pursue it because they feel like it's a prize. What do you think about that?
yeah, but don't be deceived by what your eyes see. I learned that though.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
I had one though. And my immaturity let it get away, boy. Still to
Right.
this day, I tell that woman though, you know what I mean. That was Faith, man. Faith was a good one, bro. Uh,
Yeah.
I told her she had her eyes on the bigger picture, and I didn't.
Right. Okay.
And
Well,
it's,
let me show you this, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about it because, um, I want you to listen to what she say because she says something that's very crucial.
Man cheat in peace if you ain't gonna do shit about it. You cannot tell a man, I know that you cheating, got proof of you cheating and how hurt you was when he did it and then be fucking him 2 days later. He's not gonna take you serious. If he know he can have the same you after hurting you, what reason does he have to reflect on his actions or change? When you bring up cheating, it's for you to set boundaries behind it or leave. Otherwise, just keep quiet about it until you know what you want to do. If he don't know, you know he won't think you going out weak. But if he know that you know and you still land up with him right after, he gonna think you going for that and he gonna keep trying to mess over you. Now, me personally, I ain't gonna go crazy on you or none of that. But you better make it your best move. Because if you willing to lose something that's permanent for a temporary feeling, you a goofy. And I should have been fucking with you in the first place. Let that.
Wow.
that was powerful.
Listen. Okay. So she said, if you willing to go after something temporarily and to jeopardize something that's long term for something temporary, you a goofy.
Goofy.
Basically, so did you feel like you was a goofy for jeopardizing faith?
After yeah, once I grew up, um, I didn't know it right then and there though. But yeah, I was being
Right.
goofy though. Um,
Yep.
Women mature quicker than men do anyway.
Right.
And what we had been through that little period of time, she had already knew. I mean, it was just like we were just that, you know what I mean? And what we did, and then
Mm,
she seen the best in me when I didn't see the best of myself. You
right.
know what I mean? And I fumbled the ball, man, when I got it. But God's good
And
though.
and
You
and
know what I
so
mean? Go ahead.
but okay, so and I got a chance to talk to her when I was in Nap, and we was getting ready to go to the comedy show. She was going to the comedy show too, and I was trying to see
Hmm.
Little Los, and because he was with his girl, and I think Little Los was taking his girl to the comedy show. So I was
Hmm.
hoping I was gonna catch him out in traffic and direct him to All Stars and stuff like that. But one thing I remember about Faith, man, is just that Southern hospitality and
Yeah.
that warm heart that she had. You remember when we was at our worst, man, Faith let us come into the crib. Let me sleep on the couch. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm talking about when we had hit rock bottom.
Bottom.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
She came and saved the day, bro.
So
Like
did.
really,
Yeah.
for real, for real. Faith
Yeah.
came and actually saved the day. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
got us off the street. Like boom, get back to y'all feet, and then that's how I took off with the crib down the street. And you dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I feel you on Faith. Like Faith saved the day, bro.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times, what I be thinking about, like with men, and I'm gonna come back to this conquer one. I want to talk about this other one.
Hmm.
Um, Now when it's time to fall in love, you dig what I'm saying, and you're looking for a soulmate, then all of a sudden you have lost that edge, and because sometimes we as men that esteem, sometimes we really think that we got this woman under control. Like she said, she was just like, you got some chicks like don't sit up there and argue about it if you're gonna let him go out and cheat, and then 2 days later you're gonna lay back up and you're gonna have sex with him. Because you know what that's gonna do? That's more fuel to the fire. Guess what?
build his feed
Oh,
his
she straight.
ego. You feed his ego,
Yeah,
man.
you ain't conversation because you like I can go do it and I can come back and I'm good.
Bro, that was a
How many
family.
women
That was
has been like that out there? Be real and tap in. If you've been like that, where your dude is cheated on you, and 2 days later he back in the bed with you. You dig what I'm saying? Tap in. I don't know, but do you think that's real?
bro. It's a family curse of mine. Where they, where when I grew up, bro, I seen like all my uncles. They had girlfriend. They was already married, had wives. Um,
Hmm.
so it was seen. I mean, this was seen throughout the family, and we all knew what was going on. But my one aunt, man, it was like I was, man, how old was I, man? I was maybe about 10, 11, 12 years old. I was up visiting my uncle up in Lansing, man. And now my uncle Leo, bro, he had it, you know what I mean? Motorcycle, trucks, cars, you know what I mean? He doing it big, man. We went to the grocery store, bro. I was with my auntie. Now she in the Cadillac. We pull up in the grocery store. Probably she see her car and some other woman driving it, pull in the same grocery store too, bro. And I'll never forget this, man. This was so crazy. She got out and she walked over and she said, "Listen, that's my husband. And I know you know me." She was like, "But he taking care of home. So whatever you getting the scraps and leftovers, sweetheart." And that's that on that. And she kept pushing, bro. I
And
was like, wow. But yeah, that shocked me. But I mean, I was always taught as a kid, like, we used to come visit South Bend, bro. You know what I mean? If she would call, I had to make up a lie for him. He'd tell me what to say.
right.
You know what I mean? As a kid,
Hmm.
bro. You know what I mean? So I seen
Yeah.
this go on for so many years, man. So many years. So I mean,
Right.
that kind of like added to my fuel too, though, and also to my ego. You know what I mean? But like you said,
Right.
that's
But you
that's.
know what? But to keep it 1,000,
Mm-hmm,
same thing. My uncle Punk, my uncle Fish, my uncle Lee. You dig what
mm-hmm,
I'm saying? I looked up to my uncle Willie. You dig what I'm saying? Get money, was fresh, always stayed fresh, fresh clothes, had nice cars.
yeah.
So I used to be with my uncle Fish, and I'm talking about in the course of a day, he would take you over at least like 4 women house. 4 of these women and walk straight in the house. Look, boy, go in there and get you something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Man, do what you're doing. Go upstairs. It's kids over there. These my cousins. It's like this one like these your little cousins right here. Go to another house. This your other cousin. Them just walk in the house. And I'm just like, Fish
For
is a
real,
dog
bro.
out here, dog. I'm talking about he's
Getting
a
it.
real dog out
Yeah.
here. And like my uncle Punk, it's like, man, listen, he used to, man, there was times, man, where he would be with women like, man, he would make them show themselves to me. Like, and I'm like, I'm 8 years old. You know, you ain't supposed to be saying no stuff like this. And so I feel you
Yeah.
when it's like
Yeah.
that's in your blood, and then you come
Mhm.
up and then you live like this. And so, ladies, I guess the reason why we bringing this up, not glorifying it
Yeah. Once
again,
again,
but
yeah.
sometimes what if a kid is raised into that environment? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, say for instance, Uncle Tommy Lee, you dig what I'm saying? I tell people this all the time. My sister be like, "How do you remember that story?" I remember one time he pulled up in front of my grandmother's house. He had about 3 chicks in the car, and he was cussing them out, and he was telling them, "Listen, if you can't dance to my music, you need to get the F out the party." And they was all saying, "I can dance to your music, Tommy. I can dance to your music, Tommy." I didn't know what it was, but he was a pimp at the time. So you dig what I'm saying? I'm like, what kind of music is they jamming to? I
Right. I
need to
want to
get
hear
that
it.
music. You dig what I'm saying? And so I'm like, man, I thought that was
It was
real
the
live. I wasn't
music.
number
Yeah.
five.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
whatever it is, it's like he
He
cool
got,
because
yeah,
you
he
know what I
got it
mean.
going
He
on.
so
Yeah.
listen, listen to
Yeah.
me, bro. I
Yeah.
thought that was everything. And
Hmm.
so when I came up, I always knew I grew up in a house with women. Great grandmother, grandmother, my mom, my auntie Diane from Texas. She
Hmm.
grew up with us in the house. My cousin Toya, cousin Tammy, my sister, and probably like another. So I always had love for like females. I always knew
Right.
to respect my,
Respect
you
them.
know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
women. Respect for women was mandatory around the house. So it was like the gift and the curse because now I know how to be cool with them, but then again, I still
No,
was
no.
managed.
Yeah.
And
Know how to
so,
slide up
but like,
under. Yeah.
you know, and so it's like when you say, why do you cheat on women? You know what I mean? One of the things you said is there's a missing element at home. I think number two is you grew up being like that. Number three,
Hmm.
man, it's a challenge. It was a challenge, you know what I mean,
Yep.
to do stuff like that. And
Yep.
so you dig what I'm saying? Hold on, let
Hmm.
me see what mom said. She said something. and I might not be able to get the whole thing on there. She says,
That
"Man,
man,
I
let
let
me
a man
let
cheat on me who
you.
had a woman in the house, but I finally stabbed that Negro and he left. But I still allow him to come sleep
With
with
him.
him. His women always came in my face, but I've forgiven him and treat him the way God wants me. And my girls seen
Seen
then,
their
but see,
dad
I
do this
can't
to me
see the
too.
rest of it.
Yeah, she said,
Yeah,
my girls seen their dad do
my
this to me.
girls seen their dad
So
do this
I
to
mean,
me. Right,
mama. I mean, listen. Okay, so I mean, I got a little bit about um, yeah, my dad, man. You know what I mean? And see, I got it on both sides, bro, from my mom's side and from my father, man. He was a
right.
beast, man. Yeah, he was a little mannish, bro. I'm gonna tell you this story. So listen to them, y'all watching. You remember this? And when y'all stayed on Mackenzie Highway, my daddy was on a drug alcohol thing, man. So we had like a monitor. He had to be. He couldn't leave the house, bro. Dude, I watched this dude at. I know he had to be in his 50s. That nigga had sex with like 4 different women, man, in a back to man. I'm like, what is, bro? Like, bro, what are you doing, son? Where you get all this energy from, man? I mean, he'll chop something,
How
man.
old was you? Okay, so how old was you when you seen that?
Man, this was about oh man, it had to be about 10, 15 years ago.
So, oh, okay, so you was grown
Yeah,
still.
I was grown. Chopping them up,
Right.
bro.
Okay. I thought you like
No, no,
I thought you was
no.
maybe like young. Yeah,
Nah,
but see, that's what I'm saying. I seen like my uncle, do some managed things with some women at a young age, and I'm telling you, man, when you see that from somebody that you look up to,
yeah.
you automatically take on that behavior like it's cool because they make you feel like that's what it is. You dig what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yep, yep,
And so
yep,
a
yep.
lot of times, like so a lot of guys that's tapping in. What's up, K Still? My man Nitty, a lot of times when I be talking to the guys, one of the reasons why I be saying that, why I be feeling like, okay, God set me down and he was showing me this stuff. And he was like, I need you to go back and give them another point of view. Create a new cool. He's like, who but you can do it though? You know what I mean? You can do it. And
Yeah.
so I always tell people this, and I always try to stay focused as this like little advocate to speak about what's right because guys, what y'all don't understand is that when you the model that they look up to, you
Mm-hmm.
dig what I'm saying?
Speak
This
on it.
is what they gonna do.
Yeah.
Because listen, when my dude, when he had turned like 10 or 11, Arius had turned 10 or 11, he had a birthday party. I took them kids to the strip joint and I paid a girl $50 to come out to the van to flash them. Do you know they have not forgotten this to this day?
To this
To
day.
this day, that's
To
stained
this
in
day.
their brain. I
Yeah.
go to the joint, and then the oldest one, now he got about 5 kids, about 3 different, you know what I mean? By 3 different girls. You dig what I'm saying? And so now it's like whatever you feed them, this is the monster that you created. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Whether
no
it's the
doubt.
predator or whether, like mom said, it's the dog
Yep.
nature. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah. But you know what? But
And I say,
Adam, she said, are cheating because it's different. You know what? Feel different.
feel different. Okay. Anna said, let me say, put that up there. Are they cheating because different? The P feel different, saying that okay, it's different body types. But listen to this. I'll tell you something about this right here. I ain't never cheated with a chick, and just because her sex was better, it made me leave
Nope.
my girl.
No.
I
Nope.
never. I don't care
Nah.
how. I don't care
No, I ain't
if
gonna
her
do
stuff
that.
was. I don't even care.
No.
I don't
No.
care if she was freakier than the
Huh.
girl that I was with. I'm not
Yeah.
leaving my
I'm not
girl for
leaving
that.
my
You know
girl.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
That's and you know what? I think that's mm, because you feel like that's like at home is your foundation,
Right.
but you just
You talking
out.
about? Do you talking about?
Yeah,
Well, no,
girl, like
because I mean, it was like because this is the thing. Like, all right, if a chick know that I got a girlfriend and you gonna
mm,
sleep with me and say your sex is better,
that's a
you there. I can have you. You
yeah.
dig what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I don't have to. I ain't got to
I
put in
got
no
more
extra
work.
effort. I ain't got to
No, no,
lure up here to get with you.
yeah,
You done
yeah,
already gave it to me.
yeah,
You
no
dig what I'm
doubt.
saying? And so
Yeah,
I ain't never about to do that. So
yeah,
it's like even if it was okay, you're a little bit freakier than what she is in the bedroom at my house. Um, you know what? It's too much going on over here. You know what I mean? People got to be fed. This bills that's got to be paid.
yeah,
Cars is in people's
yeah.
name. You know, we ain't about to
We ain't
shut
gonna
this
shut it
down just for
down
no.
just for the what
Yeah, I
the
ain't shut that
little man, little half hour and a half, little fun. Well, might toss you up all night. Who knows how I'm
down.
feeling though?
You're gonna have to come on here, Anna, because you got to explain this one. She
Yeah,
says most of the
most of the
time they
time,
don't know if
if
it's
it's
better.
better.
Okay,
Oh
Melissa said
yeah.
I ain't ever cheated and nothing could ever make me. She says, I have never cheated and nothing could ever make me. Melissa said that. I understand that. I'm okay. Let me show you this other video that's coming from this woman. Since you said what you said, and I got this other one, I want to show y'all this and listen to what this lady say, because this one right here is kind of deep. Check this out.
You.
If it's me.
Do you think that man is gonna give you a second chance? Your friend just beat you down, put you through the wall.
I don't think that he should, because when a man cheats, he's conquering. I saw this on
double standard.
Listen. When a man cheats, he conquers the woman, right? And I saw this on a podcast. I don't know what podcast it was, but
probably ours. But anyway,
when a man cheats, he conquers a woman. But when a woman cheats, she's being conquered by a man. So if I cheat on you, I've opened my legs to another man, conquering me. So I think it's a little deeper. So
a lot of men are gonna love that response.
I mean, it is a double standard, but as a woman, if you really love a man, you're not gonna sleep with another man. That's just how I feel.
Some women just like to feel.
Then don't be in a relationship.
If it's you.
If it's me.
Woo, that was
dope.
Yeah. But
know listen, what though? And the only reason why I'm saying it was dope.
Okay, speak your
Okay, now let me tell you this. Okay, and so let me tell you this. Now, ladies, look at it from this point of view. She said when a man has sex with another woman, he conquers her. You know what I mean? So now listen to this. If you think about this, lady, like say for instance, if you got a guy and you go cheat on him, and this guy know that you got another guy. If this dude take you to the hotel, he ain't finna be in a hotel room with you trying to make love to you, foreplaying you and all this and that. He finna get off some gin, off some Hennessy, smoke some weed, and he gonna try to hit you as hard as he can.
To the cross.
Basically, what he gonna be doing, like, man, I try to knock her back out. You dig what I'm saying? So he in there pounding up and down on top of you. And like she said, now he done conquered you, and now you got to go home and bring that to dude. Now, I don't think cheating is good from no sides of the field. But I got to tell you something. If you find out that your lady cheated on you and you a man, I think it stings a lot worse. What do you say, Lo?
I've been through it.
Okay.
Yeah. It didn't really. I'm gonna tell you my point of view, bro. And I caught them in the act. Came home. That nigga was there. They was asleep. But you know what, Bear? I wasn't mad because she did it. I'm mad I caught you. How am I get mad? How probably gonna call the kettle black when I was out doing my thing? So I can't be mad at you for doing it.
Right.
Couldn't. I'm just mad you let me catch you.
Okay. That's a different scenario. But like, let me ask you this. From the point of view that she was talking about, she says when a lady opened up her legs and she let another man have sex with her, she's allowing that man to conquer
her. Yeah. To some men, it probably hurt. It probably hurt behind something like that, man. Man.
Oh yeah, I mean, for sure. Because I'm gonna try to get you in here, Anna. We got like about 20 minutes, but we definitely gonna do a part 2.
Yeah,
and then you can definitely be on here as a guest. You dig what I'm saying? Because I want to get you from a female's perspective. But listen to this. She says, because of the fear that the other guy's sex was better, okay, or calling somebody, like say for instance, say not only that, was the other guy's sex better than your guys, and then have you ever had a situation where a lady could be in bed having sex with you and call you another dude's name? You dig what I'm saying? So I'm talking about these were some of the different other things, and this is the one thing that ladies got to remember, and I think this is the reason why, if you're wondering, like, okay, I know how, man, like I used to cheat on my BM. And then I remember I went to the joint and then I heard about her messing with this other dude, right? And so soon as I heard about her messing with this other dude, when somebody else told me and I called her and I checked about it, I said, you know what? Don't even, you know what I mean? You ain't even got to write me no more. Don't send me nothing. She started crying and she started saying, well, that's crazy. She was like, because when you did it to me, it was cool. And I slept with one person and now you ready to just be done with the whole relationship. And so she started crying. And it was like, to me, I just felt like, you dig what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just like, for some odd reason, it's like she said, conquer. It's this thing. It's like this. It's like this.
How she said it.
Like you let this dude all in here, like, and you know what I mean? And it's like it hurt, don't it? It hurt. But you don't think about that when you
Well, you
out
out
and
there
you
doing
trying to,
your
you
thing.
know.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
And
Yeah.
here's another thing, ladies. Here's another thing, ladies. I want you to understand, and you got to be mindful of this, of the two body parts. When it comes to conquering, a man got a stick, so he can just go and try to do whatever he want to. You go out there and you let somebody jump up and down all on you, and you can't come back to the crib and bring him no sloppy. You dig what I'm saying? You come back and bring him some sloppy, and it's a wrap. You
But you
dig
know
what I'm
what though,
saying?
bro?
So
I
while
mean,
you out here,
hey, but you know what? To somebody like us though, you would know, you would know something is wrong though, because I did.
yeah,
They gave all the telltale
okay,
signs was there. You know what I mean? It acted
okay,
funny, you know, it acted different. You know when somebody been tampering with, you know when somebody been tampering with your stuff,
yeah.
man. You know what I mean? So
Somebody been tampering with your stuff.
it's been tampering. They're
Hey,
tampering
ladies,
around.
please do not get mad at us. This is like men talk. Please, if you want to
But
be
yeah,
on
man.
here and you want to speak on the ladies, far as like cheating, I want you to be a guest, so I want you to be heard. But yeah, this is real talk though, B, because I hate it. You know what I mean? And I hate it with a passion. And now that I'm older, ladies,
Oh
I feel
yeah,
like this.
yeah.
Remember that the last thing that Shorty said. I feel like if you're gonna be in a relationship and you feel like you got to cheat on somebody, why even be in a relationship? You dig
That's
what I'm
it though.
saying? What are we
That's
doing?
it.
You dig what I'm saying?
But you're not gonna know. You're not gonna understand that until you mature. You know, until your maturity level get up.
Till you
Until you,
mature.
yeah, you're not gonna understand that. I mean, you gonna think just like you said. You got upset. You like, man. You know what I mean? What you get mad for? You are doing the same thing though. You know
Because
what I
when
mean?
you're young, you immature, ladies, this is the thing that men is doing, right? What did Christine say? Right. If a woman cheats, she's thought about it. Most likely not a spur of the moment thing. Okay. Yeah, because when women cheat, y'all are a little bit more devious. I will give you that.
Man, they
You dig what
slicker
I'm
with
saying?
it.
Because
They slicker.
I had a woman, and listen, she would cheat, but she was like a man. Like, as soon as like I would find out about it, she would think that we was just supposed to go back on with life. Like that was just a one night stand. I don't care nothing about him. This is us. It's like,
Yeah.
no, this ain't no just no us. Now I gotta be out in the club and I gotta rub shoulders with this. We in the club. We supposed to be sharp. We got on our clothes. We fresh. We in the club and I'm looking around and he done had, you know what I mean? I don't want to be there and you done had sex with my girl. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how I was. But I was I was selfish on that end, but I wasn't selfish when it came time for me to like sneak off and creep off and do my little thing. You see what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
so guys got
Exactly.
that bad. They got that double standard thing where they
Yeah.
want to do what they want to do, but then when a woman do it, then it hurt. And
Not
yeah, we super
not
duper
all,
petty. So I'm
not all, but some do. Majority of them do, man. I mean, because
right.
see,
Yeah.
you've been doing it like doing. We was doing it for so long. I wouldn't care, man. We can't. Who cares? Because you leave out that door, another will come out the back. Another will be coming in on the door. So I mean, it wouldn't even no matter
Okay.
though. Then you know, but
Okay, so now listen to what Sis says. She says, true. Be free if you want to deal with different people. Too many feelings involved.
there you
And
go.
that's the thing right there.
Oh, key point.
Okay. So here it is. Um, when like when you living with somebody and it's people at stake, like you got lives of like little kids, bills is involved and things like this is involved. You dig what I'm saying? I want to give this advice to anybody that's young that might be like in their 20s and their 30s and you doing this, whether
Yeah,
you're in your 40s and your 50s. If y'all got a family,
so it ain't
cut
worth it.
that out.
It ain't worth it.
Cut that out. Because now I'm a Christian now today. And so I really want to be with the married thing. I really want to get that one. That I need that soulmate and that one. And let's go ahead and just love on each other, grow old, and just,
And do
that's what
do
we
the
gonna
thing
do.
together. Yeah,
Till the lights cut out. Yeah, you
yeah,
didn't till the lights cut
that's
out.
it.
Let's just go ahead and
Yeah,
'cause you know what? I'm at the point I ain't got the energy for too many people and this and that. That's too much conversation. It's too much work. I don't
too
want to talk to
much.
you you and go all, no, I don't got no time for that. Listen, I got enough problems already. My mind already ain't there. I ain't got no time to,
Yes,
play ball.
Lord. I
I ain't
mean,
got it. It ain't in me.
it takes too
Straight
much,
up.
man. I mean, you got
Yeah,
for instance, Valentine's Day. You
you
got,
gotta lie. Then you gotta lie. Where you been? Oh, I was with me. No, I ain't got no time to lie. Listen,
bro. You got
straight up,
time
I ain't finna
blocks.
do none of that.
Hey, you got to do time
Right.
blocks. You got
Like,
to get up at 6 o'clock morning like you got a
like,
job. I got to go here
listen,
6 to 12.
life is too serious now,
Yeah,
Los.
it
Like,
is so,
listen,
bro.
boy, when I wake up, I got
Yeah,
some hair to cut. I'm gonna try to sneak the hour into the gym somewhere here and there. I gotta go pick my grandson up. He
yeah,
think he run my life. Then I'm gonna have to do something for my old man. I gotta do this over here. I ain't got no time for no side chick and no other woman. Listen, man,
yeah,
go
man. Yeah.
somewhere. Don't call me with that.
Set it down, man.
Straight
For
up.
real.
For real.
Yeah,
I ain't
man.
man. Listen, don't
Um,
play with me. I'm too old for that
but
right now.
but one thing I do want them people to y'all ladies out there to know that man, we never disrespected no women in that process
On
of all
purpose.
this garbage. You know what I
Mhm.
mean that we talking
I
about.
didn't mean to. I would say I didn't mean to disrespect them on purpose. You
Nah,
know,
it was
it
always a
winds up
mutual it was
happening.
always a mutual agreement. I
Yeah.
mean, for what it's worth.
I hate it that it was like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because now women, you got to admit, sometimes being young, ladies are promiscuous too, and sometimes you will allow things to happen that, you know what I mean, ain't cool. So sometimes you can feed a man's ego, and you
Mhm.
can like remember that predator mentality or being pompous and filled
Mhm.
up, pompous and prideful, feeling like I'm that guy. Because if you know I got a girl, but then you gonna let me come over here and lay up. You dig what I'm saying? You cook a
Yeah.
little something to eat. We gonna drink a little something. Then I'm gonna have sex, and then boom, I'm going home. And then next
Mhm.
thing you know, you see my girl and smile in my girl face, this and that, and behind
Yeah.
closed doors, she don't even know that me and you doing what we doing. Sometimes
Mhm.
ladies think that that's cute. Young, he said, laugh out loud, false. Gotta own it. I do. Gotta own. What are you saying, G Nice? What do you mean? You should have been on here. I should have sent him the link because you got to explain that, sir.
It's
Let
actually
me
not
see. Where
worth
is
it.
he at?
Too much energy spent trying to cover tracks. I mean, but see, G Nice though, it's to the point where I mean, man, we ain't got to cover no tracks. I mean, it was what it was. I see you. I see you. Keep it pushing. But you know,
Okay. We got a few more minutes, G Nice. Just on the strength, if you do decide to pop in, I just sent you the link. So if you
I'm gonna
want to
pop
explain
in, bro,
yourself,
bro.
he says own it. How we were. Yeah, we gotta
I
own it.
mean,
No,
yeah, we
I
did.
am owning it, G Nice,
I am
on how
owning that
foul we
too.
were. Because
Yeah,
G Nice, you know, we was there though too. You know, me and G Nice, me, you, G Nice. I was in that with you. Me and G Nice was on this end. We were foul. But
yeah.
I'm saying sometimes what I was trying to explain, G Nice, I was talking to somebody and I was just telling them how we used to go to the club and how we used to look for certain ones. Like there were certain nights like me and G Nice would be in there, and if we get a notch number,
Mm-hmm.
we talked about it. Like, okay, this one you got her number. You got to spend some time with her. You got to take her out. You got to buy her something to eat. She ain't just going home tonight. You dig what I'm saying? So ain't no sense of you trying to holler at her like that. But then again, there was a few that me and G Nice would come in and holler at, be like, Shorty and them trying to go. Like, all right, bet. Let's order up like 40 wings from Lonnie Ray's. So by the time we get to Lonnie Ray's, we got a big old pan of wings. We out in the car. So we didn't got the whole crew over there. We feeding them. We got more crown in the car. We got liquor and food for him. Next thing you know, we going there and we doing
What
the
we
most.
do? Yeah,
We
doing
done
the
did it
most.
down in his basement. We done went over to their house, and it was just like it was
Yeah,
different strokes for different
the
folks. And
folks.
so
Yeah,
sometimes, ladies, you dig what I'm saying? You will give us
that
this
green light.
energy or this courage that makes us feel more than what we was. Wait till I drop this song. I got this song, man, called Unthinkable, and I'm
Mhm.
telling you, it's the truth, man, because I used to be one of these guys that was in the club, and it was like I turned around and I started. It was like G Nice said, it was a challenge, and I'm ashamed of this. I had sex with them, and then I would try to have sex with they clique, try to see how many girls out the clique I can hit, because I thought
Mm.
it was cool. You
Yeah,
see what I'm saying? You see how foul that was? But then again, there was a few of them that would let me do it. Some
that
of them
what they
wasn't
was
going
doing.
for it, but some of 'em would do
Mhm.
it.
Yeah,
You did what
yeah,
I'm saying? And then you do it, and now you get to go back and be like, yeah, you know what I mean? You see
yeah,
how arrogant and stupid and ignorant we are, you know, when we young
yeah. When
minded.
we
But
young, man.
ladies, I'm telling you this for a reason. You have to make sure that, you know, remember what we were saying yesterday? You did what I was saying. You can't be desiring no king if you ain't a queen. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And so I had to really grow up. I can't really, you know what I mean, ask God to give me a queen if I ain't acting
Hey,
like a
man.
king. And so
Hey, man.
um
You're definitely
that
right about
past
that,
life is
bro.
a bit he's like,
Yeah.
hey, what's up? No,
But
that's my
they.
dad, man.
Hey, what's up? What's up, OG? OG Grice.
He can't hear us. He no
Oh,
he over here he texted me. Not
tell him I said
doing
what's
the podcast.
happening.
But yeah,
Big pops.
yeah, I'm gonna call him soon as it's over with. But yeah, okay. Somebody said something else. Melissa said, "Okay, what are you saying, Melissa? Say, tell it so I can put it up." Okay, she says, "Okay, let me get sis what she said." Then she says, "Real talk. I've been that chick briefly who gave it up too quick. to a slight one or two in my lifetime, doing what I wanted to do then. And that's how it was. And ladies, I can admit that maybe y'all was young. That's the reason why we can do a part two. And I need a lady to come on here and just keep it 100 about how
Yeah.
you felt when somebody cheated on you or when you cheated on a person. What makes y'all cheat? Like, say for instance, is it like, okay, a dude messed up, he did something, and now all of a sudden you're gonna cheat on him, or what was it that made you push you over the tipping point? Because you did it, and when you went out and you had sex with another guy, did that make you want to leave your guy? You dig what I'm saying? Is it based on sex? Because that's how when guys get mad, they do that. Hold on, Nitty, what you say? You right about that, fam? Yeah, so Nitty, somebody else should have jumped in here. No, what Nicole said, never ever cheated in my life. That okay, we can understand that. But I'm saying, all right, if you never ever cheated in your life, let me ask you this then. Have you allowed a guy to cheat on you? And like she said,
There
two
you
days
go.
later,
Flip,
he
flip,
was
flip
back
it
in the bed
around.
with
Yeah, yeah.
you.
Flip
You
it
know what I'm
around.
saying? He was
Yeah,
back in the bed with you. Because listen to
yeah.
this. I'm gonna tell you this right now. If the dude cheated on you and then 2 days later he was back in the bed with you, you gave him juice. You gave fam firepower. So now he feel like it's cool. So when like I'm telling you, if you make him think that it's all good, fam is just gonna keep doing it. But if you real and you got standards and you draw a line, be like, fam, this ain't what it's gonna be. You ain't coming back over here after you done laid up over there, did
Hey,
you
but
dig
it's
what I'm
some,
saying? He just ain't gonna be
but you know, it's some women like that, Bear, though, and in this day and age, though, man, that exactly what you just said. That's what they
like
like.
what?
They
They
just,
like they man to
yeah.
cheat on them.
No, I mean
But no,
they don't really have no man. It's like they got a part time here. Y'all, I know what he doing. I know he got a whole other thing going on in the homes. I mean, I'm gonna just invite him over here and do what he doing and send his
hold on,
ass back on.
hold on. Let me get what Blue Clue said. Listen, cuz said, when a mother effer repeat the same, it's time for me to do me. We don't have to break up, but I'm gonna have a little fun too. See, that's what I'm saying. So when we
There
do
we
a part
go.
two,
There we go.
they go nice. When we do a part two, we need you on here.
What up?
G Nut, what's the word?
What's up, G Nut? What's going on, man?
You know, winding it down for the evening.
I hear you.
All right, let me ask you this question real quick while you popped in. If we
Yeah.
got to go a little bit over, it's cool. Let me ask you this. So you said we got to own up to it when we were being foul. So do you feel like this right here? A lot of times when we was out here and we was being foul, when women allowed it, do you think that that stroked our ego and made us continue that behavior?
Oh, absolutely. That was the whole reason behind it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because well, for
Yeah.
sure. Look at
Yeah,
it
for
though.
sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
For real.
look at it though. Um, Once a couple were on, then it was the flood, right? And how are you not supposed to feel like you're doing something right when you're getting all the accolades for it? Everybody was all on board with it.
Exactly. Okay. Now, since
Mhm.
he said that, ladies,
Yeah.
I want to tell you something. Let me tell you something, and let me tell you this good, and let me be clear about this. If you got a click and you know that you messing with this dude and you think that his sex is good, if you go and tell your homie, she coming at him.
Man,
Listen, I
man, hands
literally
down.
listen,
Hands down. That's
listen. I
exactly.
came. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I came to a party and me and this chick had messed around. Now listen to this true story, man. God is my witness. Not bragging. I had been messing with her sister. Me and her messed around and got together on some humbug. She went and told somebody else. I come to a party and I had two chicks hollering at me like, "Listen, I want to holler at you like later on, like whenever, whatever, what you gonna do? Call me when you get to the crib." I already talked to Shorty, and she's like, "Mm-hmm, you know what you doing." I'm like, "What the?" You know what I mean? You don't want to be like pompous and arrogant, but like, damn, are you meaning to tell me that she told you that me and her had sex, and by her telling you that, now you ready to have sex with me? I thought it was amazing. I ain't gonna even lie. What else am I supposed
And
to say? How else am
Yeah,
I
no
supposed
doubt.
to feel?
Yeah, for
How am I
real.
supposed to feel?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what about that, lady? Somebody say something about that. Big mouth. No, I'm just playing. I don't want to. I don't want to start no arguments. I'm just playing. All right,
look,
but I'm just saying. Somebody say
while
something.
you waiting on somebody to say something, I will say this. There, when you come to you have a click, right? And I mean, honestly, we did pride ourselves where we could bring everybody there, no matter who was there. Um, we could, right? We didn't have any slouches,
It is, cuz.
right?
Hmm.
Listen, cuz
Slouches.
said that's effed up. You're right, family. That's effed up. I listen. I'm not glorifying it. But go ahead, G Nice. Go ahead. Continue.
No, I'm just saying when we stepped in the building, it was good. It wasn't like we didn't have any where somebody had to take an L for it, right? I mean, we didn't
Right.
come with that. We weren't garbage dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that
We're picking up the
also
stragglers, huh?
as a collective, right? So we not only getting our backs patted by them, we getting our backs patted by each one that we're around, and we all young and we don't know any better. We
Yeah,
don't know that we
exactly,
be.
Stupid.
I
exactly.
mean, you only do what you know how to do at that time, right? If you knew better, you would do better.
There
We
you
didn't
go.
know better.
Key point. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah,
Right.
but what I was saying about acknowledging, yeah, we were foul. We were foul, and I don't think
Ain't no other way around it.
I think
That's it.
we gotta embrace it and understand because you can't be better if you don't acknowledge it.
There you go.
And so I like that. You know what? Because now that we older and stuff like that, and we can come to this term, ladies, like you know what I mean. I will say that, man. I definitely apologize because as you
Oh,
get
absolutely.
older, I wouldn't want no young guy in my household. I wouldn't even want my grandson to look up and glorify that. You know what I mean? To
Yeah,
take on that role that I used to be when I was young and ignorant with the drinking and stuff like that. Um,
Mhm.
I really feel like, you know, one of the reasons why I do what I do now and the reason why I speak so much on the ladies, because I can't sit up and say that I love my mom, I love my sister, and I got these two beautiful daughters out here with granddaughters and say, hey, I love you. You mess with one of my, I'll kill you about my daughter if I don't respect all of them. You know what I mean?
exactly. Yeah,
And so
that's
and
that.
that's it. And so
Yeah,
I mean, you can go on for like hours and hours about, you know, why people cheat and what's the reason why they cheat. And you know what I mean? And it could be something from the house. It could be just chasing something like G Nice said, man, like coming in the club and feeling like you that guy. You did what I'm saying? Being at the bar. You know how we used to do it, man. It was like nonstop, you know?
it's
And
that,
so yeah, it was
And
what it was.
that's the
again,
self-esteem through the roof, boy.
I don't know if people talk about this, but you got to remember, I mean, we were 16, 17,
Yeah,
and we in the club with IDs, and we get love from 22, 23-year-old people. That's a big thing for
yeah,
us,
no
right?
doubt.
It
Yeah,
I
is.
mean,
You know what
we
I
at
mean?
school, and there are chicks like, oh, my mom said she saw you out last night. She
Hey,
probably
who is
did.
that making noise? What is that noise? Anybody hear that?
yeah.
Yeah, it's on the low
Oh, that's
side.
over there.
And
Yeah, that's
Hey,
on your side, Lowe's. It seems like they tearing up the house.
man, don't
uh,
it
But
go
listen to this.
live? What's up?
hey, they in there
But when
making
you said that,
aluminum foil.
yeah. But when you said that though, you're right though, because I'm gonna tell you something. And even though I was older than y'all, so you know what I mean, it was cool to see like the young homies and like coming out of high school get into the club. My cousins
Still
them
in
did
high
me like
school.
that though, too. You dig what I'm saying? My cousin, I'm in high school, I'm a senior. My cousin JD and Chill and them, they got me in the clubs in
Yeah,
Indianapolis.
sir.
So since they so fly and so since they balling, you know, if you pull one of they chicks and they chicks is like 22 and I'm like 17, I felt like I was that guy. They were like, boy, get out there. Like,
Right.
man, you did your mouthpiece had to be together. You had to come with your biggest thing. And so now it's a downroad
There
hill
was
spiral and now just the snowball effect. Now you just a
there was
menace.
Yeah,
a chick.
You
yeah.
I
did.
don't know if you remember. We were at the eye, and the chick. I ain't gonna say any names, but I think it was Adina Howard or whatever. So my mom was there. Remember, she was buying drinks and whatnot, and
I'm
the
crazy.
chick approached her and was like, she approached me and her and was like, "Who is she?" I'm like, "That's my mom." She was like, "Bullshit," and Allie was like, "You better get her." And she was like 22, and I was like a hot 17. I'm like, you have to get your ass torn up out here messing with her. Like, yo, she ain't about that play
Right.
now. And yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I think it's only something that can be rectified with, I mean, parental guidance. And when I say that, I mean both if possible, right? Because you need to be able to have two perspectives of it, right?
Mhm.
Right.
They need to be able to look at you and see how you operate as a man and what you've gone through, and also how it is on the mother to have come from those type of circumstances of what were the 90s, right? You can get away with a bunch of
Yeah.
shit in the 90s that
Come
you would
on, man. A lot, bro.
But
right. So I
but
think that's
now
only
but one of the things I'm saying though today though, you hear it so much in the music now that it seemed like it's normalized. Like it's okay that okay, you over here, you sleep with, and I mean, it's been going on since the beginning of time. It ain't
I was
like it's
about to
nothing
say,
new.
like, this
Yeah.
ain't new.
But no, I'm talking about from a women's point of view though. You hear like female rappers, like you know what I mean, like oh he gave me some head and he ain't nothing. I sent him back home to you. You dig what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
So it's like
well, it's not. It's just more widespread. I mean, you had Choice in '91,
Yeah.
who was
yeah,
the originator of it, right? Rap a lot.
Mm-hmm.
streamer
From
choice.
there, you kind of, huh? You didn't get widespread acknowledgement of this kind of thing until
Yeah.
you got to
Yeah, it wasn't mainstream then, like
Kim,
it's
Foxy.
more, yeah, it's more underground, but they wasn't as explicit as some of these women are now though.
Yeah, Lil
Hey,
Kim.
yeah,
I mean, yeah,
yeah.
don't get
Look,
me
Kim
wrong,
was
look,
yeah,
it
I don't
was she
know.
got that from Biggie though,
Kim was pretty wild.
but nowadays, man, you
yeah.
hear some
And
of the
then
stuff.
you still had what's her name what's up, Chaz? Down with my man Miami Trina.
Oh, Trina, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Hmm. It was
you know, well, Nikki, they all operate that way, but that's an entirely
We
different
probably have to
conversation of
because I
why
gotta
there
go
is a
get my
market for
granddaughter.
that, right? It's
About how
fueled
far is
sex
it?
always
by,
sold OG money, you know that.
well, yeah, but at some point, it's not about it, and I guess they can say it's
Okay, yeah, I gotta,
it's
yeah, yeah.
empowerment
Yeah,
because yes,
I have to
men
go
are
see. Is he there?
doing the
Oh,
opposite
right.
narrative,
yeah,
but they're
Yeah, don't worry about it. I got you.
kill a market for the whole
Anytime
thing,
tomorrow, just
right?
let me
That's the
know.
only
I'm
way
here.
to move forward is if we kill it. Because
What?
yes, if men are going to be saying this, absolutely, women should be able to say that.
yeah.
You
I
know,
mean, yeah,
so
they had the right to say that. Yeah, no doubt if that's what they want to say.
but as us
Okay.
being the men who initially were the forefront of rap, we kind of set the narrative on that, right?
Hmm.
Okay,
And
but let me ask you this though, G Nice, real quick before we go, because
so,
we over an hour, but we having good conversation. Let me ask you
for
this: do
sure.
you think that it's worse when a woman cheats on her dude? Is it easier for her to accept you, or is it easy? Could you accept her if she cheated on you?
Well, the difference with that is that women cheat for emotion, right?
Mm.
And that's an emotion.
Mm.
Men, you know what? It's
Good one.
honestly, all right, the tension, a new experience, even though it's kind of the same, and that's a whole different thing. But I think that's why it bothers me much more because it's not so much as looking at you that she doesn't want anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so now listen to that, Anna. If you still here, Anna, now check that out. To what he just said, because she said something about to the fact like, how does it feel? Now, to me, I've never cheated on like you know what I mean, my main girl, like me being out with like a little another chick or something like that, and wanted to like leave my chick, unless me and my girl was arguing, and I damn near feel like it couldn't be repaired. Like I'm damn near done with this. That's the only time I've been ready to leave. But ladies, did you hear that though? Which with y'all it's more emotional, and I didn't even say this part when me and you first started, Los, but to us um there is no emotional
It
attachment.
ain't. Nope.
I'm not coming,
Nope.
I'm not sleeping with you,
Nope.
you know what I mean, with no emotional attachment. I'll come through there off some drunk, off
But
some high, and it is what
Yeah.
that's
it
not
is,
how
and I'm
we're
gone.
built. That's not how
Top
we're
percent.
built. And that's
Listen,
the
Yeah.
whole thing. That's the whole
yeah,
concept of when we talk about,
Hmm.
monogamy being a construct. I mean, we are made as men to spread. That's essentially what we are here for,
Hmm.
is to increase the birth line, right?
but
That's
there it is again, predator or just hunters,
well,
hunters
well, I
just
mean,
out here.
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
are the only mammals outside of now this can continue. Oh, penguins are a bird or whatever that mate for life, supposedly, but we don't do it naturally. It's we do it begrudgingly, and you know what? I challenge
Yeah.
that they don't feel that way. We do it because we know it's the right thing to do, but it doesn't stop you from looking. It doesn't stop you, from you fight not doing it every day. It's not an easy thing. How about that? And anybody who says it is a damn liar.
Hey,
That
it's,
that says it's
hey.
not what that says it's not what not an easy thing not to cheat. Is that what you said?
He says anything not to fight every day. And
Oh,
being once you change your life around, man, you know what I mean.
No,
That's
I
definitely
think you might have misunderstood. I'm talking
uh,
about our reptilian brains are telling
oh
us to spread
well, you see, G Nice don't believe in
this.
God, so he'll start talking like that, and I don't understand that talk. You said our reptilian brains, and I'm like, no, I don't believe that. I believe in a spiritual man and stuff like that. So,
yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
I
so the
understand the
science
part
kind
of being a hunter. I believe in that in our nature of always in pursuit, looking for
yeah,
that. You dig what I'm saying?
hmm
Always on the hunt. You dig what I'm saying? Because that's inside of a man. But I think it can be
why is
tamed
the reason.
in a marriage.
I said it can be tamed, but
Right.
it's a constant thing. It's not an easy thing. It's not something you
no,
turn off. It's literally why you exist. I mean, in the long scheme of things, right? That's what we're here to do. That's what men and women are here to do, is to breed, to continue the species. And everything else along, along the way is just kind of a plus, right? But
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, Los? You lost us. You lost me, bro.
how
You
I
just
lose
lost me
you?
again.
How I lose you?
Okay.
What are you here?
Man,
What
because
are you
you you
fundamentally
you
here
you
to do?
you you, you, you you'll start talking about what we're here to do, and then everything else is a cluster. I believe in God. I believe that everybody got a purpose. I believe that's the reason why everybody is soulmates. That God has a soulmate for everybody. That somebody is here to share your emotions, your will, and your mind. There's somebody that compliments you, that makes you want to be better mentally, spiritually, and helps you grow to be a better person. So I don't believe that
Isn't
it's
that
just
called a
happened and
isn't
that
that
we
called a child?
no, I'm talking about this is called a soul. This we're talking about the spirit,
No,
like a
I'm talking
soulmate,
about the
like God
concept
created.
of then why do we breed?
but see,
You talking about have kids?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So okay, again, from the biblical point of view, it's to
What did I
multiply,
say wrong?
to be fruitful and multiply. But
yeah,
then you
that's
said
right.
Why?
everything
That's what
else
I'm
is a
saying.
cluster. But there's a purpose. It's not just a purpose of just okay, create life and just leave life there.
No,
It's
that's
like
not what
okay,
I
you have
said.
a purpose, and you have to have dominion, and it's a whole
That's
lot.
not what I said. What I
But I
was
was I,
saying
I was
is
taking on the point of men being hunters or always on the hunt. Because the way that this one dude was saying it, he was like, a lot of times men feel like they cheat because they can.
I mean, if
Uh,
it was 1929, I don't know. I don't consider it to be the same thing. When you have that kind of situation going on where are women gonna go?
what's the
They go
motivation? What's the
and do
motivation for that part though?
well, it's
Oh,
why
I'm talking
we
about
have
just
white
because they
children.
can.
Yeah.
No, well, yeah,
Just
yeah.
just that's just that dominant, prideful, egotistic. You
Mhm.
dig
No,
what I'm
they
saying?
know
Like,
they
you know what I
can.
mean?
Just say they know they
Yeah.
can
I
because
mean, we
they're
all know we can, though. I mean,
Right.
at some point we
no,
can,
it's
but I
a
mean,
position.
that wouldn't be no motivation for me though. Just because I know I can
Well,
do it. I
no,
mean, come on, man, we
anybody can
gotta,
do anything,
Right.
right?
yeah,
Burn
Right.
down
yeah,
the house or something like that. But that, I mean, doesn't mean you should do it. Uh,
right,
but you
yeah,
can, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
that
That's
that is the people who are
But
doing what they're doing.
but he is correct on this sense though, right here though. A lot of times, Los, what we was trying to do when we was trying to get girls to sleep with each other, like to sleep with like, okay, I got this little chick, like turn it out for everybody. We wanted to see if we could just do it. Like, can I perform this off? Can I do I got enough game to make her like, man, turn up for everybody? You dig what I'm
do I got
saying?
the
And
I
juice?
mean,
Got the
that's
I mean,
how
juice?
you get your belt tight. That's how you
Yeah,
get your belt tight.
yeah.
You need
Well,
more
yeah,
notches,
that's how
so you have a tight
that
belt.
notches.
if the
These
walls could
notches
talk,
are tight
if the
belt.
walls could talk over there on mid offer.
But then
Hold on. Now, what did little cousin say? Little cousin said, "We breed, and our
Oh,
children are our soulmates." I I don't understand that one, little Willie. But I mean, please explain yourself. You
yes,
did. I don't know. We already did the soulmates. You should have tapped in yesterday, little cuz. You could have been on there. I don't know OBJ. I don't know
yes.
where you got that from. But meanwhile, what I'm saying, from the men, I think we're on the same page with that. But I just like, man, I think that as a young dude, it's in your system. It's in your blood. And
yeah,
I'm not gonna say in everybody. It's not in everybody. It can be from the fact because Los, remember you said how you grew up. You seen like little examples. I grew up, man, watching Tommy Lee. I grew up watching Fish and Uncle Punk and them. They had multiple women. You know
yeah,
what I mean? I didn't know. I thought it was normal. You know,
yeah,
that's what I did. So
yeah. I mean, there it is, though.
and so
Uh,
And there it is. And so, ladies, I'm looking for a guest to do part two to tell us why do women cheat and what is on the table when you do cheat. How do you feel about that? If you feel like this guy sex is better than your guy's sex, would you leave your guy to go be with this guy? What is that about? What are you doing? Or why would you cheat and then come back and try to be with your guy and try to keep the family? Tell us what's going on because we know, like G Nice said, ladies are more emotional, and
Hey,
we
me,
get that
hey,
a
me and
lot
G
of
Nice
times.
need to
And
serve
what
on
I'm
your
more,
panel. On your panel that night, we can be
yeah.
the me backstage. We'll wait on the to see what some of these women
But
say.
at the end of the day, though, I think you're right about that, though. Nice. There's been plenty of times, man, where I would cheated with a woman, and it was nothing. It was just something to do. And
Airspace.
sometimes, man, it was just about being. Man, the situation that I got me in this jam, dude, was just because I was bored and I seen a person at the telephone booth. Dig what I'm saying? Gave him a ride to the store. Next thing I know, I seen her breast up under the light. Was like, damn, let me see what she on. Just you know how I go. Let me see. If she gonna turn it out, she gonna turn it out. If nothing else, going back across the street to your room. You dig what I'm saying? Just on some goofy, just always just bored. Just
Yeah,
bored. And I
Mhm.
ain't, you
yeah,
know what I mean? It just and that's how I be, like bored, up bored playing. Like, man, let me see who gonna hit tonight. Let me see if somebody gonna answer their phone. Let me see if she
Remember
gonna,
them?
you know what I
Remember
mean?
them
Like what
days too.
you know how it be? Like, man, 2 o'clock in the
Yeah.
morning, 3 o'clock. Let me see who
Yep.
gonna answer, and I'm gonna slide through and try to see if I can get on. You like, and then after that, it's nothing. It's like, man, I wasn't, you know what I
yeah,
mean? And now I start
Mhm.
thinking about like soul ties. I was like, bro, you wasted a
yeah.
bunch of
But
time.
you know,
A bunch of years
Being
in you, bro.
being in a relationship or being married keeps you from succumbing to those things. They're there to be there. I mean,
Yeah.
they're there with even women. I mean, nobody stops. You don't just get married in a relationship and stop feeling like other people are attractive,
No, you
right?
don't. That's
So
the
it's just
battle.
a matter
That's the
of if you act on it. That
yeah.
that should be the difference in it, right? I mean, you don't just get blind because you get married. You still look, but
Yeah.
are you gonna go after that and not respect what you have? So
But
I don't know.
you can't have that thought go through your head either though. That's that thought. See, you know what I mean?
It'll
That's
be there, but you just got to figure out how to not let it control you. Because
yeah.
if you
I
But
let it
yeah, I was
control you,
like
then
super
you get
duper
yourself
petty.
in something.
I ain't gonna even front. I was super petty. Argument, like one little argument in the crib or something like that.
I'm
I'll
out of
go
here.
out and just do my thing.
What?
You gotta go.
What?
See,
No,
that's
no,
what's in
that's
a
what you said.
relationship.
Yeah, you know what? All right.
No, I'm
Okay,
I'll be
love.
right back.
Okay, we gon' listen, ladies. We looking for somebody else to come up there. Nicole said something about or being neglected in ways spoken on. I don't know what you're saying, right, to Michelle, but I get it though. And so let me ask you this, nice, before you get out of here. Do you feel like now that you got a little bit older, that it just makes more sense to be in this relationship? Or you married? You a married man now, so like, what drives you in this married life?
I mean, my whole thing about this is we wasted so much energy, and like you guys were talking about, dudes cheating. They gotta keep stories separate. They gotta figure out how they can, get in the shower and be out, make sure nobody says anything. Can't be in certain places. You can um, use that energy in a much more positive manner, where you're not occupying your time with something that's fruitless. You know what I'm saying? Um, and you're supposed to be on some teammate shit anyway. So it just ain't about whole. You know what I'm saying? A whole ain't
Right,
everything. And I mean, it, it, it makes sense all the way around. I mean, if you just looking
right,
for some for a few, for a little while here, go ahead and do that. But then you're gonna be in the same spot as soon as you're done.
right.
And
There it is.
especially if you're gonna be in a worse spot if you got something at home that you got a home life. Now, what did you just do? And now you got to follow behind yourself and
Yeah.
make sure that it's
In the
never.
video, remember Shorty said she was like, if you jeopardize something permanent for something temporary, she was like, you a goofy, and I shouldn't be effing with you no way. All
Truth.
right, well said. All right, I'm gonna let you go, local Los. I'm gonna give you one chance. All right, so now that you done got older, you're in a relationship, you got a crib, you got a family going on over there. What is driving you? You know what I mean? To you know what I mean to step your game up and not cheat.
See the bigger picture, man. I mean, I want to be better for myself. Um, doing all that, I wasn't a man doing that. So I mean, I feel like now, I can't call myself a man if I step out and do things like that. Especially now that I don't. found God again in my life. You know what I mean? I don't even think that way no more though. You know what I mean? Now don't get me
Right.
wrong. Someday I might see somebody be like that. And then, I feel bad. I ask the Lord to forgive me for it because that ain't what I'm supposed to be on though. But I mean, just focusing on there. It's not going. A relationship is not going to be perfect, and I think that's what was
Right.
one of my biggest. You know what I mean? Like you said a few minutes ago, like the first little thing happened. I hit my phone like I'm out. You know what I mean? Trying to get, you trying to get
Mm-hmm.
somewhere, but it's not going to be perfect. You know what I mean? There's going to be some troubling times. There'll be some testing times, man. But if that's what you want, you got to fight it. It's anything you want, you're gonna fight for it, man. So,
Right.
and it's a better feeling, it's a better situation. Most of the time, anyway. Uh,
Okay.
so,
Love. So I appreciate you for pulling up, man, and popping up, man. And
no
so I'm
doubt.
gonna close it down. I got some little last remarks, and then stay tuned because we're gonna try to get us some ladies that's gonna pop in and be a guest next time. Love, big dog.
I love you, baby boy.
All right, bro. Okay, so like ladies, listen to this. We got a few people that pulled up and they said some cool stuff. If anybody want to be a guest for like part two, I need a lady. Even if we can get two ladies that'll speak from a lady's point of view about how does it feel when a man cheat on you, or what about when you cheat on a man, and vice versa. Like little sis, like you were saying, like when you was younger, you did some things that you might have gave it up too quick for like one or two people back during that time because it just felt like it was something to do. One thing everybody got to understand is that listen, when we young and we growing and we what we think we know how to be grown and vice versa, what it is to be grown, man, we all make mistakes trying. You dig what I'm saying? And ain't no telling where you come from, whether you come from the hood or whether you grew up in the suburbs. It doesn't make you susceptible to not cheating. You know what I mean? So it's not about where you from. It's not about what kind of house you grew up in. It can happen to anybody. The first thing I want to do is I want to say I apologize. You know what I mean? Just for men in general of thinking that it's okay to be pompous and arrogant, to like sleep with a person, sleep with her friends, and then go back and brag and tell somebody that that's cool, because that's childish. You dig what I'm saying? And that's a dirt ball, for real, for real, for real. And so if you young and you feeling like you out here and you living like that, and that's how you moving and you rotating, I gotta tell you, fam, the same energy that you put out is coming back to you. You dig what I'm saying? And so when that energy came back to me, you dig what I'm saying? It cost me like a lot of time. You know what I mean? From all the dirt and stuff that I was kicking up, that energy it came back. And you know what I mean? And it wasn't good. See, everybody liked the kicks, but don't nobody like the kickback. So you can kick up dirt all you want to, but you can't tell that dirt, oh, don't fly in my eye, don't shoot up in my nose, because that ain't how it works. You dig what I'm saying? So while you out there and you showing out and you feeling your best and you think you looking your best, or you this, oh, I knocked Shorty back out. Oh, I had sex with her sister. I did. Come on, fam. I'm giving it to you raw. It feels good for the moment. Yeah, you can go tell your friends, you can go brag to somebody about how cool you thought you was. But at the end of the day, that same gut feeling, that same BS that you just pushed out is coming right back to you. And guess what? It's gonna cut you even harder. And so I'm telling you, when you just as well as you think you can push that out there, and when it come back your way, it's coming back your way. And so, like I said, ladies, I apologize because I didn't know no better. You dig what I'm saying? I had uncles that was pimps. I had uncles that was players. I had uncles that showed me women breasts. You know what I'm saying? When I was like 8 years old. And I looked up to these guys. To me, these guys was everything. They sold weed, they dressed fresh, their cars was nice, they always had money. And you know what I mean? When I came up, I followed right in them footsteps. And so I don't know the reason that everybody cheat or what's the reason for cheating. But I tell you this, it ain't nothing like a real relationship. It ain't nothing like having that one person that love you to death and you love that person to death. Remember what we was talking about? We was talking about like soulmate? Like, man, like that best friend, that mentor, that partner in crime, that ride or die. It's like, man, when you find that, you better hold on to that. And so, like Shorty said, if you drop that for something temporary just because you think Shorty got a nice little butt, or you think she got a pretty little face, or yeah, she just and she you think she that, or you feel like, okay, I'm about to step out on fan because dude, he play basketball, or he a D boy, or he this and he that, and you gonna mess up your home and you gonna mess up your good thing for that, and you jag it, it's gonna hurt. And when they come back and hurt you, don't say that nobody tell you so, because you've been told, you've been warned, you checked out the bare truth, and I gave it to you raw. I'm only giving it to you because this is how God is telling me to give it to y'all. I've been there. I know what it's like. It hurts. And when you find somebody that love you, boy, you better try to hold on to you. Or you're gonna be like that one person I told you about that's gonna be in the senior citizen home. You're gonna be pissing and pooping on yourself, and ain't nobody gonna give you no showers, and ain't nobody gonna come visit you. Ain't nobody gonna come up and cut your hair. They ain't gonna even sit down and eat with you. You're just gonna grow old on your own because you've been out here playing too much. You better get your life together. You dig what I'm saying? But listen, ladies, believe me when I tell you this. I love y'all. And I'm so grateful that God gave us you as a gift. And I just apologize. Bare truth. You heard it from my guys. They gave it to you real. You know, G Nice married, Local Los is in a relationship. And man, the key thing that he said, man, if you knew better, you would do better. We didn't know no better back then, man. We was stupid and we was young. But now if I could take this knowledge and give it to somebody that's young, listen to me, little homie. I ain't lying to you. I'm just trying to tell you what's really